Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, welcome back, my snacks. My name's Jack. Oh boy. I present to you one of the most evidential cringe-inducing experiences a coworker would ever have to experience from another. It is currently July, which as we all know is the Valentine's month. And what better way to celebrate this month of love than by experiencing the love journal handed to an OP from their delusional cubicle neighbor. This was a post back in 2018 that was an accumulation of multiple screenshotted photos, if that's the terminology, of various interesting entries this coworker was journaling about the OP. It is an incredibly wild ride. If you plan to do an ab workout today, don't you worry, the laughter or cringe your body will go through will probably do a good enough job in today's video. So it all began when OP received these red journals, and pen as well, don't forget the pen, plus flowers, candy, and a huge stuffed bear from a former cubicle neighbor at a job they worked at for 3 years. It's revealed later on, but they have already moved to another city and job at this time, so this came to them like in the mail. And as you'll see, this guy is knucking futs. Join me, eager lovers, into the romantic workplace tale of Our Love Forever, Volume 1 of... Not actually confirmed, it's just a little dash. Beginning on February 23rd, 2016. Wearing, yeah, that's right, he'd describe what she's wearing on each journal entry. Brown wrap dress with silver buckle on belt. 3-inch heels, also brown. Hair up. Little too much mascara. They haven't even started conversing and already he's judging and criticizing her choices in style. You can already tell where this is going. You and Catherine were talking about that dumb show, Pretty Little Liars. I tried to get into it for you, but after 2 seasons, I just couldn't take it anymore. Holy moly, is it some vapid crap. When we are together, I will introduce you to amazing TV and movies. Take Mad Men. The sublimeness and stunning virtuoso performances will bowl you over. Although I should be careful about what I introduce you to. The way they try to show the antithesis of the proper housewives should act is disturbing and clearly done for dramatic license, not routed in reality. I know you won't mind staying home to raise our children properly. It is what women are built for. After all, certainly you need to work now, but I have no fear, my love. I will take care of you the second you are ready. I will lavish you with all you need to support, love, and cherish me and our children. Now, just below these are notes from the OP after each entry. These are just a selection. Most of the entries, 221 total, are rather mundane, just notating what I wear and anything that pops into his crazy head that he feels I want to hear him blather on about. Our cubicles were next to each other the whole time I worked at this firm. We were kind of friendly the first 6 months I was there. Then he asked me on a date. I very politely declined. Very firm that I don't date coworkers and whatnot. After that, besides for a friendly hello, he said almost nothing to me. We were on different teams, so it wasn't a big deal for me. But after I turned him down, he started keeping this journal. This entry also takes a turn into the crazy end. Up until now, he called me pet names and talked as if we were currently dating. This is the first time he really reveals that he's planned the rest of our lives out for us. The last 9 months of the journals get really bad. Just wait until you all meet Peter Andrew, March 21st, 2016, wearing black and white stripped blouse. Lowish cut, ooh! The body fat on her chest is squished together, ooh! Gray blazer and black slacks, hair down. Haircut soon? Pretty please? Black flats. Don't say you need to lose weight. Why would you feel bad about your appearance? Fine. Losing a few pounds wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I wouldn't begrudge you on that. But no one is perfect, not even me. Flaws can be endearing because it can remind us of our humaneness. No, sorry, humanness. Humanness is a word. Flaws, not full-out red flags, mind you, can enhance someone, not detract. So revel in your beauty, my love, in your slight flaws and imperfections. They make me love you more, not less. It breaks my heart to hear you fall for big media's banal bullshit. Ah, but except the media that tells women to be stay-at-home wives, right? You, that's okay. You're okay to listen to that, ma'am. I want to go to you, take your lovely face in my hands and tell you, resist the siren song of deity. Is this the siren song of dieting? Have another bagel at the roundup meeting. Maybe even a dab of cream cheese. Just don't go crazy. Ha ha ha! Those slopes can be slippery. And although I would still love you, I would be disappointed if you gained weight. Every time I read this entry, I eat a family-sized package of double-stuffed Oreos just to spite him. March 29th, 2016. Wearing... I don't know. Hang on, I think I have a better fit for this guy's voice.
Oh, perfect. I hope you are enjoying your vacation, my sweet. But I miss you terribly. This week will be pure hell. I am counting down the minutes until next Monday. Honestly, I thought of going with you. I'm sure if you saw me there in the resort, your heart would have been bursting with love. But maybe not.
He's trying the pity route.
I am sorry for doubting you, but on that tiny chance that you weren't super happy to have me there, I can't be a part of your friend's wedding, right? I couldn't put you through that. Sometimes it seems you are close to acknowledging our true love. Other times, it frustrates me. I'm sorry, but it does. I don't want to be mad, so I wait. But not forever, silly. Heck, this could be for the best. Seeing holy matrimony could be the push you need. I hope so. Because I love you, and you love me. Soon.
So I know what my reaction would have been if he was at the resort in Mexico where my friend was getting married. A trip to HR and moving to a different part of the office.
June 29, 2016. Wearing green silk blouse, black tight skirt that doesn't make your knees standing. Oh, I can only imagine how short it is when you are sitting. Black 2-inch heels, hair up.
Just why, man? Why do you need to describe every time? Your infatuation is not attractive. Oh, but things get bad here. See, OP practices their autonomy and displays attraction towards someone else, which of course is a big no-no if you're single.
The flirting thing with Mike needs to end. I try to be understanding. Women are evolutionary wired to flirt.
That must really hurt if that's his logic, and yet Opie is not at all flirting back with him. She is literally fighting against her evolutionary needs just to not to be with you.
But hearing your banter with him 2 or 3 times a week when you know I'm listening makes my blood boil. What does Mike have that is attractive to you? I just don't get it. It makes me sick hearing his disgusting innuendo and your positive responses to that kind of talk. Be modest, be meek and pure, like you should. I feel like I need to stand up and remind you that your perfect mate is right here, inches away. I'm everything you need and everything you will come to understand you want. I struggle with your behavior, my sweet. I truly do. But it doesn't get me down, because I know the end game even if you don't yet. That we will be together forever. You are getting there too. I can sense it. Your inability to date anyone more than 2 or 3 times, and the fact that you even recognize Mike as just a work boyfriend, i.e. plaything, means you are getting there. I am patient. I truly am. After all, we will have the rest of our lives together.
The fact this man thinks this, even after her already going on other dates with other men, oh man, that is some confidence. Such a shame it's been wasted. Opie returns to say, barf. He doesn't even understand that a work boyfriend actually means anything. I didn't find my work boyfriend attractive at all. I just enjoyed his jokes. Something to break up the day.
October 21st, same year.
This is most exciting for this man in this entry because he overhears someone else talking to OP about self-pleasure, and that just opens a floodgate into everything he clearly wants to say. It might make you vomit. You know, who knows? Just have a bucket on the side ready.
Thank you, my love. I am so happy right now. That conversation with Carol talking about habits. Wow. Every time that fat hippo opened her mouth, I wanted to yell, "Shut up! Let OP talk!" Ooh. I'm not going to lie to you. Never. Unless it is for your benefit, obviously. I've been rock hard ever since. I'm seriously considering making use of the bathroom in that way. I've only done it once here, when you wore that 2 sheer blouse under your lavender jacket, but the heat was gorked, so you had it off all day. I could see all your lacy bra and a hint of your sensual mouth clouds of pure heaven.
Okay, real talk. Women is that attractive? Has a man referring to your body in that way ever been an attractive thing or just felt weirdly too much? Sensual mounds of pure heaven.
I missed that day, September 14th, 2015 to be exact. I am so thankful I got a peek. Oh god, I think I haven't actually switched the voiceover, but still, disgusting, dude. Yes, you kinda have a derpy face, but it wasn't like I could ask you to pose. Not to take anything from your gorgeous face, but that picture is all about your breasts.
Man genuinely believed he recovered from that insult.
Honestly, in this case, you could have a bag over your head and the picture's amazingness wouldn't be diminished in the slightest. Way off topic, I know. I'm not trying to embarrass you, my sweet. God, I can't get that picture out of my head. I feel like if I touch myself again, I'll explode in my pants. Okay, 1 minute. But wait, there's more. You totally glanced at me when I walked by, didn't you? Checking me out with a cute little smile. Don't deny it. I saw you, my love. You knew talking with Carol like that would get me so excited, huh? What a kinky smack spot. I'm grinning from ear to ear now. We are so close to this happening, aren't we? I'm shaking with anticipation for the inevitable, for our fate. We are hurtling closer and closer.
I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. I'm a creepy pervert, and I think I like it.
Just a further reminder to gentlemen as to why women avoid making the first move. Because 90% of the time, they're not making a move, but the most desperate of us project it anyway. You know, the fact he always heard every little thing I said is really suspicious to me. Yes, he was 4 or 5 feet away from me, but I honestly wonder if he bugged my cube somehow. Because there's no way this conversation happened loud enough for him to hear normally. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but based on his behavior, I have a pretty good reason to be. Also, double barf at the thought I was trying to turn him on or that he went to the bathroom to jerk it. Those double stuffed Oreos from before don't have a chance. And as if the man is psychic. 3 days later, his next journal entry is like a backpedal on his behavior. Of course, this only lasts maybe the first paragraph before he does the equivalent of 1 step back, 5 steps forward. This is where the snowball starts to turn into an avalanche.
Just to make sure you understand in regards to our discussion on Friday.
Wasn't a discussion, was just a journal entry this dude made. You were not at all part of that conversation, sir.
I do try to limit my personal debating, and have no fear. It is only you I think about when I just have to release. All my previous material is nothing compared to you, my love. Aren't I romantic for that? Ah, but there is a difference between you and me when it comes to personal debating.
Why? Where? What caused you to be triggered into discussing this topic? At this point, this man is triggered by occupying the same spectrum of light as her.
When you do it, you are preparing yourself for me. I know you also sleep around, but I do my best to not think about you letting other men have you. It upsets me. But at least you are seeing how awful other men are compared to the nirvana that will be me.
$20 says this man thinks that lesbians just need to find the right guy.
But I am saving my seed for you. To implant your sweet flower. I know they say sperm regenerates every day, but I've seen men say their loads are larger when they wait. And it feels that way for me too. Not like I measure or anything, haha. But a part of me mourns all that poor sperm who just wants a chance to be the one that creates Andrew Peter. Our first child instead finds themselves in a tube sock or going down the shower drain. So I will do better. Abstain as much as I can. For you, my love.
Sorry, I should have warned you all to empty out your buckets before reading this next journal entry. I hope they haven't accidentally overflown. But tell you what, if this ain't a high quality man, willing to abstain for this one woman, there's no way he could develop some sort of entitlement from her as a result. No way. Never hath a man thought he deserveth whatever he wanteth because he held offeth. To the OP, you'll excuse me if I want to take a bath for the next 7 days after this? Ugh, my sweet flower would spit his mucked up seed faster and farther than a llama can spit. Also, thanks for ruining Andrew and Peter for me. So, at this point between October 24th and late November, the OB had left, handed in their 2 weeks notice, and was moving to another town and another job, etc. You know, just having a life. So how do you imagine Mr. Loverboy here reacts when he finds that out? Well, on November 23rd, I think he takes it rather well.
Wearing. Who the hell knows? How can you do this? How? How? How can you abandon your one true love? How can you abandon our life together? How can you doom our future generations to nothingness? How? I am bereft without you. Adrift at sea. I can't be without you. I won't be without you. I will follow you to the ends of the universe. Know that! I will find you and help you understand. For us to complete the truly most important relationship ever!
Nah, sorry, mate. These levels are a bit too tame. Could you, just dial up the insanity levels for us a bit, please?
I see I need to take control. I wanted to wait for you, but I see that, like other women, you need your man to take charge. No more waiting. I will show you what you have been too blind to see with your own eyes. What has been sitting patiently, listening, documenting for you. For posterity. Fine, I get it. I understand. You are telling me to be the man. Stop crying, creep, you are saying. Stop being a goddamn putty cat. Have you been talking to moms? Ha ha!
Wait, what? What does that even mean? Did the dude just unintentionally admit that he has, like, mummy issues?
Fine. You want me to take control. Well, here is all the evidence you need. I understand that you want me to stop you. A grand gesture for you! Okay! I'm sorry, my love, how I'm writing here. Messy. I promise to read to you whatever you can't make out yourself. You just threw me for a loop. But your message is loud and clear. I'm coming for you, my love. Coming for us.
Well, I must have fallen face first into a bag of needles because all I see is red flags. Further context of the drama that was happening on the background of all this. So that day I went to my supervisor and gave my 2 weeks notice and that I was planning on using my accrued vacation days during that time. Without getting into all the gory details, I wanted to get out of that place and I didn't even know about this psycho yet. So I packed up my stuff and was gone before this loser came in. My friends in the office told me that Psycho Q-Boy was late because he had a doctor's appointment or something and absolutely melted down when he found out why I wasn't there. He got sent home, where I assume he wrote this last entry. In the office the next day, he contacted HR and said that I was moving and that I had asked him to bring me my last paycheck stub. So a since fired HR person gave him my address. He left work at lunchtime, bought a bunch of things he thought would win me over, and came to my apartment. Thankfully, I wasn't there, as I was flying to another city to rent an apartment for a new job. But he camped out in front of my building for 3 days. Finally, someone called the cops on him and he had to abandon whatever his plans were. I got back the next day and found that he UPS'd me all this stuff. So, how did this romantic rom-com, I know I said romantic twice there technically, but shut up. How did it conclude? Suffice to say, I didn't react the way he wanted. Long story short, he is currently in jail 2 to 5 years, and I live in a new city. Only now able to laugh about what happened, thanks for a kick-ass therapist and some amazing drugs. Yeah, wow, 2 to 5 years of in jail? Immediately makes you wonder what the hell would cause that. Like, was he stealing from the company? Did he try something else? I mean, getting the cops called on you for camping out somewhere for 3 days isn't really justifiable for jail time for up to 5 years. Well, don't worry, as the OP comes back in an edit, it is very justified. So after I received a restraining order, he violated that restraining order and attempted to kidnap me so that he could prove his love to me in whatever twisted way he thought that was possible. So thanks to the outstanding law enforcement officials in my city, his attempt was known ahead of time and I was being monitored, so that as soon as he started his kidnapping attempt, he was apprehended and arrested. Hope that answers that question. Yes, to suffice to say that if it weren't for this HR idiot, this woman would have been in much safer circumstances. Some wonder if that was probably an incel of his own kind. But nah, incels generally have a crabs in a bucket attitude and don't want other other incel succeeding where they are failing. My guess is that HR person is either a moron or someone who lives on a steady diet of Hallmark romances where this Schmidt leads to true love. Or both. Following Occam's razor, I'm going with moron. Fun fact, it's not Occam's razor in this instance. This would be an example of Hanlon's razor. Never attribute to malice what could be just as easily be incompetence. But it's Occam's razor that it's more likely to be Hanlon's razor taking effect in this case as opposed to some person who thought it was a Hallmark romance. This is all moot. Newton's flaming laser sword states, a philosophical razor which states that what cannot be settled by experiment is not worth debating. Anyway, that's the entirety of this ridiculous circumstances. So glad to know that this person is living a lot safer now. Hopefully they still are, and in a freaky realization of things, technically this man would be on his final year by now. So fingers crossed this gentleman has kind of learned from his mistakes. They've done their due time and shall now be released back into society, which is currently suffering from an explosion of red pill and misogynistic viewpoints. Oh boy! Anyway, friends, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Love your face. Remember to drink some water like I'm going to right now. To prove that I don't just talk it, I do. Okay, never mind. Yep, do that. All right, bye.